even with the COVID, with the war, it would do really the 5th International Conference, ourselves. I would like to invite the dignitaries in the stage first. I would like to invite Professor Vikashina will be there. He is our senior scientist. Professor Deepak Kumar Kaur, Vice Chancellor. Sir, please come to the dais. Professor Meera Venkatesh. And Professor Christoph Dellman from Germany. We generally welcome our dignitaries by flower bouquet. It is our custom for a long time. But the time has changed. We have to think about our very dear earth, and so this has been little changed. I request Shubhana to give a sapling to Professor Vikashina. Professor Vikashina, instead of flower. I request Nilanjana to give a sapling to Professor Meera Venkatesh. I request Shadi to give a sapling to Professor Christoph Dellman. I also request Nilanjana again to give a sapling to our leader, our Vice Chancellor, Professor Deepak Kumar Kaur. We'd like to welcome our dignitaries by a memento. I request our Vice Chancellor, Professor Vikashina, to give a memento to Professor our Chancellor to give a memento to Professor Vikashina. आपने बहुत सदर सर Yes. No, yes, sir. Sir, it comes out of I request our Vice Chancellor to give a memento, a very signature of this Purulia district to Professor Meera Venkatesh. I again request our Vice Chancellor to give a memento to Professor Christoph Dellman of University of Mainz. a very special guest here. The Registrar, Diamond Harbour Women's University. So, sir, can you give some Registrar, Diamond Harbour Women's University. Sir, we want to felicitate the eldest participant of this conference, who is working for a long time with us, Dr. Devashish. He is the eldest. So, this is Professor Deepak Kumar Kaur, this is your conference. You are the host. We cannot give you memento, but as a mark of respect, as a mark of gratitude, all of us, and to a teacher, what we can always give, I want to give as a mark of respect a book to you. And I hope this book is not in your library, it will be a new edition. Thank you very much. So, may I request the guests to lift up podium and our volunteers will help to So, this conference is being organized by Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University in cooperation with International Atomic Energy Agency. The Deputy Director, now the talk of Deputy Director General of IAEA, Dr. Najat Moh. So, Shubho will help.
For the industry and for the organizers and participants of the 5th International Conference on Application of Radio-Tracers and Energetic Beams in Sciences. Greetings from Vienna from the IAEA. We at the IAEA Department of Nuclear Sciences and Applications are really excited to cooperate with this conference series. This is an important activity for the global scientific community, for the industry, and for the academia. Because your focus on the benefits of nuclear science, technology, and research, the underlying foundation of all nuclear applications that help fulfill basic human needs. The list is long and it ranges from power productions to health, agriculture, food safety, environment, forensics, cultural heritage, and industry, to the utilization of particle accelerators, research reactors, and nuclear instrumentations, all the way to nuclear fusion, research, and technology. At the Global Hub in Nuclear Cooperation, the IAEA helps member states with scientific advice and provides key nuclear data, training, and technical documents. Last year, the IAEA organized its first international conference on accelerators for research and development. We have brought together experts engaged in cutting-edge research in using high-quality X-ray, neutron, and ion beams in all these diverse areas. Recognizing the increased interest in the use of accelerators, the agency has created a database on ion beam accelerators, which I believe will be useful for your audience. Ladies and gentlemen, our laboratories play a key role in our work. As a unique feature within the United Nations system, we run 12 laboratories at our headquarters in Monaco and in Sidho-Kanho-Birsha. They support member states through networks, training, and research projects in food and agriculture, in human health, water resources, the ocean, environmental monitoring, and nuclear instrumentations. I think the audience of this conference would be more interested in hearing about our nuclear science and instrumentation laboratory. This lab provides expertise and training in the effective use of nuclear instrumentation and analytical techniques in a broad range of applications, with a focus on mobile radiation monitoring, X-ray spectrometry, accelerator technologies, and compact neutron generators. The lab also operates our nuclear instrumentation portal to foster information exchange and coordinate proficiency tests covering diverse analytical techniques. We regularly organize training events in Sidho-Kanho-Birsha or in member states institutions with our partners. Arrangements with the International Center for Theoretical Physics, ICTP, with electrosynchrotron in Trieste and the Ruder Boskovic Institute in Zagreb provide additional opportunities for an access to hands-on training and research activities. And here comes the latest news. We have just opened our neutron science facility, equipped with 2 DD and DT neutron generators. Our nuclear science and instrumentation laboratory now offers capacity building opportunities for neutron physics and related techniques, such as neutron activation analysis and methods. We provide assistance in addressing quality management issues for effective operation of instrumentation and XRF laboratories. We also coordinate periodic proficiency tests to support national laboratories in assessing their own analytical performance. As you see, dear colleagues, we use every means to maximize the contribution of nuclear science and technology to the achievement of development priorities of countries. We work closely with member states, United Nations agencies, research organizations, and civil society, and we welcome all forms of collaboration and with experts body like you. I thank you all for your time, for sharing your science with the global community, and wish you a very successful conference this week. Thank you.
So, Dr. Najat Mukhtar is not here, but we are grateful for extending the cooperation of IAEA. So we want to send one memento for her, and her colleague is here. So may I request Dr. Hannah Afam to take a memento on behalf of Dr. Najat Mokhtar. And sir, please.
Yes, sir.
So, so this is my turn. Professor Sidho-Kumar Kaur, Vice Chancellor, Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University. Professor Vikas Sinha, Senior Initial Scientist from Variable Energy Cyclotron Center. Professor Christoph Dwellman from Germany. Professor Meera Venkatesh, former Director, Physical and Chemical Sciences Group, IAEA, and also from he was the Director of Radiopharmaceutical Group of BARC. Media delegates and dear students. I would like to start with a story. In 2005, I was, of course, about 18 years less than my age now that time. 2005, our director was Professor Vikas Sinha at Shah Institute of Nuclear Physics. I was working in Shah Institute of Nuclear Physics. So that time Professor Vikas Sinha was director of Shah Institute of Nuclear Physics, director of Variable Energy Cyclotron Center. He was the Vice Chancellor of a university. He was the advisor of Prime Minister, scientific advisor of Prime Minister of India. And it is very, very difficult to get him. Anyhow, I went to him with a piece of paper. Sir, I want to do an international conference. The name will be RCEPS in 2006. He took about 5 seconds time to write, go ahead, approved. And the same story has repeated in the beginning of this year when me and my colleagues of Department of Physics, Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University, went to Vice Chancellor, Professor Sidho-Kumar Kaur. We said, we want to do the 5th International Conference here. We also took 5 seconds to write approved. So, we are always grateful to you for your encouragement. Formal vote of thanks will be given by Dr. Chiranjeev Burman. But as a chair of the conference, I must say we are thankful to you in each and every step. He encouraged us. Yesterday he came at night 10 o'clock from Calcutta, and about 1 hour he was inquiring about the preparation. So the history of ourselves before 2006 first international conference, it started in May 2004. We have a discussion meeting, national level discussion meeting at Shah Institute of Nuclear Physics. That time the name was Application of RadiotraCers in Chemical, Environmental and Biological Sciences, RCS. And then we decided we have to organize the international conference. The first international conference was held in 2006 in Shah Institute of Nuclear Physics. And then in November 2010, we have the second international conference. But at this time in 2006 and 2010, we observed that many physicists from CERN, from RIKEN, from JEA, from Fermilab, they are joining ourselves. So we have changed the name, Application of RadiotraCers and Energetic Beams in Science, which came from 2014. Keeping the logo, already it is a beautiful logo, elegant logo, the logo same, the ARCBS. The color of the logos are the colors of the radionuclidic charts. Of course, you can see the epsilon, beta, all these nuclear events. A is the transition, C is the velocity of the light, and the E is for single-stranded DNA. Everything is for life. So this is the logo, ARCEBS. And these are, so it is, in terms of our nuclear decay series, it is in the 4n plus 2 years, 2006, 2010, 2014, 2018. But this time, of course, all of you know why, I don't have to explain, but it only slipped a month, 1 month. So in January 23, we have started. We hope we will come back to 4n plus 2 series again in 2026. I don't know where, but of course we will do that Sciences-2023. This is a picture group photo of 2018, which held in the Fort Raicho, a beautiful place in the bank of river Ganges. Many people are common here, many people are new. So in this conference we have invited talks, number of papers 92, number of authors 327, 13 countries, participants 119. Of course it is much less than RCEP's 18, but what I wrote in my prelude in the abstract book, that considering the COVID, considering the war, considering the economic crisis all over the world in each and every country, third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave, we have to multiply by a factor of 10 to equate with the RCEP's 18. So I'm very happy. And you know, one of the most important features is Sciences-2023 is a self-supported conference. We do not take any money from government. There are 3 prizes for best presentation by PhD students and postdoctoral fellows. One is in the name of Sidho-Kanho-Birsha Award, one award for best presentation in art and environmental science. And RCEP's award are 2, I forgot to write that, for best presentation in main symposium. The chairperson of the judges panel for both of these awards is Professor Fabia Groppi from Italy. The RCEP's proceedings will be published in Journal of Radioanalytical and Nuclear Chemistry. RCEP's is an onward thinking, and one of the very important features of this RCEPs-23, Professor Venkatesh will be very happy, I'm sure, he will be very happy to note that all over the world, the young people are now taking the leadership. You can see the faces of Robin from Netherlands, Gaia from Italy, Stefano also from Italy, Chateau, are you young still? At least you were 2014, you were young. So the many young people are there. They are taking the leadership. In India also we have many young people. Namanita is one of them. And of course our convener, Dr. Chiranjeev Burman, he is also very young. So the young people are taking the stage. And that is, I am very happy of that. This is one of the most important features. They are invited, they are giving invited talks. So I am very happy about that. So I wish you a pleasant stay here at Purulia and Kushalpulli. Thank you all. And of course, it is my pleasant duty to invite Mr. Glenman to say a few words about us.
Dear Vice Chancellor of Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University, dear Chief Scientist, dear conference organizer of RCEPS 2023, dear organizers, dear participants of this conference, dear guests, dear friends. I bring you greetings from Germany. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to Purulia for this inauguration session of the RCEPS 2023 conference. When I arrived in Delhi at 3 o'clock this morning, the immigration officer looked at my visa and said, "Oh, you are going to a conference?" And I said, "Yes." And he asked, "What type of conference?" And I was thinking for about 2 seconds, realizing I should not think for too long. And being a chemist, I said, "It's a chemistry conference." However, RCEPS is truly unique. In the past weeks and months leading up to this visit here in India, I have been asked in the hallways, "Are you going to this nuclear chemistry conference in India?" And my answer was, yes, that's correct. There are radiotracers in the chemical sciences related topics, synchrotron research. Also, my own research field, super heavy elements, is covered in this conference. Other colleagues from the physics department asked me and said, "Are you going to this nuclear physics conference in India?" And I said, "That's exactly correct. It's the RCEPS conference. We'll discuss radioisotope production. We'll discuss nuclear data. Sure, it will bridge to atomic physics. We have hyperfine interactions also listed in the program. You're right." Yet other colleagues from the biology sector asked whether I was going to this environmental and green chemistry conference in India. And indeed, folks have been correct. You can even find a mini symposium on Earth and environmental science in this program. At GSI, at my home institution, the accelerator laboratory in Darmstadt, the question was whether I was going to this conference on the applications of accelerators. And I said, yep, that's right. We'll have accelerator-based topics here, accelerator mass spectrometry, radioactive ion beam applications, ion beams in material science, and so on. This list could go on and on and on. Is it a medically oriented conference? Probably to some extent. We find hadron therapy, we find nanotechnology in radiopharmaceuticals. How about nuclear power systems? You can find accelerator-driven systems here. And as if this set of topics were not yet broad enough for actually not only one full-blown conference, but different series of full-blown conferences, you can find application of radiotracers in biological sciences, including agriculture. The best summary is maybe contained in that one line that says interdisciplinary research using radiotracers or energetic beams. And if your favorite topic has not yet been listed, you can certainly resort to this last entry there, other related areas. The breadth of the conference is already visible, in my opinion, from the acronym. I have rarely seen a conference with that many letters in the acronym, and that is a testimony to the breadth of the topics that we discussed this week. So at the first glance, one may wonder what connects all these topics, why they are all listed as the topics for one single conference. And when I came to RCEPS for the first time in 2010 in Kolkata, I was asking that question to myself. When I was in Kolkata then, I was astonished how well all these topics fit together and formed an extremely successful conference. I experienced RCEPS as a very stimulating conference where I have met many people that I have met never before. And the same happens here. Yet immediately we found topics of common interest where discussions started and went on, and that was quite unique, I have to say. It was also one of the most humbling conferences to me, because I was sitting in many talks where I felt actually quite a bit like a layman. I was truly thankful for every speaker who made the effort to start at a quite basic level in order to allow colleagues from other subfields like myself to grasp the essence of the study. And now we meet again here in Purulia for RCEPS 2023. And glancing at the program convinces me that this conference will be just as outstanding and interesting and provide for many, many links between my expertise and interest and that of all the colleagues that are spending this week with us here in West Bengal. This inauguration session is a wonderful start of this week. Thank you, Susanta. I would like to congratulate the chair of this conference for organizing this and for bringing us together here in Purulia and then in Kushalpali for the rest of this week. I do wish everybody an exciting time with interesting discussions, and many of you probably have a different life continuing back home. So you come to a session and always you have to think about, do I come here or do I take care of some urgent business back home? Maybe not everybody is in that position, but some certainly are. My advice to you is look at the program and go to the talks where you think the title has nothing to do with what you do. Because if you want to discuss more narrowly focused stuff around your own subfield, well, go to one of the many more narrowly focused conferences. RCEPS is different. So I wish you all a good week. I'm looking forward to talking to many people I have never met before. I thank you. Enjoy RCEPS 2023.
Professor Delman, for your talk. Now it is my great pleasure to invite Professor Vikas Sinha, who is a senior scientist, Padma Bhushan, and I already told he was ex-director of Shahan Institute of Nuclear Physics, ex-director of Renewable Energy Cyclotron Center. He was the advisor of Prime Minister of India. He is member of all the academies of India, also fellow of all the academies of India, fellow of all the Academy of Science, and many more. So if I want to say his credentials, it will take half an hour time. Rather, I would request, and most importantly, was my director by I was in San Francisco. So, sir, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
And the respected Vice Chancellor, other distinguished guests selected with the IAEA, and our guests from abroad, and my own friends, and my dear student, Georgie Burman, and of course, Professor Lahiri, colleague for a long time. Lest you think that I'm lame and an old man, I want to prove I can still speak from standing up. It's just that recently I've been traveling so much, Sushanta, that my legs have given up. And they say, no, it's just there, it's just there. It's not just there, quite far away. It's not taking, but I don't want to go into details of that. I'm not confused actually, because there's a mini conference today going on tomorrow. But I will talk about briefly about the tremendous crisis the world is going through in industrial environment in general and drastic changes in climate change. And how to mitigate that by our knowledge of radiotracers is something we should ponder about. But the point is you can find out so much of lead there, so much of this there, so much of that there. Who is going to listen? Because it's a very political issue, environmental crisis. You see, climate change is an issue which all of us must think. I've shown you that this afternoon. And I'll show you in that presentation to emphasize the tremendous problem of climate change going on. All the abilities few people have, or scientists generally have, should apply to understand the serious problems of climate change in not so distant future. Radiotracers, as the previous speaker mentioned, can have wonderful selective properties in terms of a disease. But disease precipitates because of climate change. And I would like to show you how and why. Politicians say yes, we're pretty aware of the tremendous crisis the world is going through with climate change. What can we do? Nobody listens. This is a peculiar dichotomy, because if you push it too much, they won't get any votes. If you don't push it at all, they won't get any votes. So the vote technology, that's called vote technology, and climate technology go hand in hand, as it were. So there is one young Swedish lady, Greta Thunberg, who has shown to the world how it's very crucial to wake up and think about the serious problems. And I have the first slide, please. Yeah. The world is in a lot of energy. And radius 14.7 terawatt, average 3.2 kilowatt per second. Continuous. And USA is the maximum user. World energy use is expected to grow 50% by 2030. Those necessary to lift billions of people out of poverty. That's the actual. Think of the idea. Meanwhile, billions of people die because of that. 80% of the energy generated is burning fossil fuels. Climate change is indicated it should last forever. Efficient use of energy and probably change your lifestyle. Lifestyle is every day I look for another young children. Hardly any family had a car. Or the any well-to-do family, reasonably well-to-do family, 2-3 cars. Not unlimited. They have really established those quite in this home. This is very important. I don't know how much weight the science historian. Frankly, I feel deeply hurt in myself, being a scientist. My God, all this man is giving that. He's giving one another with it's like I just said that. Catastrophic. Those who know England a little bit did caught in the past station in another department when I worked. Probably kids more than the children. Surprise and statistics. And now I must make a comment on what you have said. You are spending far more energy to make the food. Too much energy to make the food, but it's uncomfortable. But you don't pay any concern about it. Today, everyone is wondering, everyone is shivering. The last so many countries were attended for Qatar, there. The rooms are always colder than the switch off. Very helpful. Now the saying is there. My father was a camel. I drive the car. My son drives the plane. And I want, and this rate, my son will drive the camel. His son will drive the camel. Back to square one. Because they will go with it. There's a blip. This was not really bad. Patagonia in 2004. It was sensational. Ice is windy. The water of the windy ice is going to come and join the ocean. The ocean never going up. Some of them are small islands that will be put out. That little bear there, and that secret there. And slow bear, thinking, oh my God, what have I done? Again, carbon gas, emanation per capita. USA is maximum. India is far below somehow. See India? And there is a fashionable circle of scientists who think this is great, to spending so much energy. Energy spending is connected with the gradient of civilization, which has been recorded. If they are down below the electric side, that means it's not civilized. I don't buy that. But India is trying desperately hard to catch up. Listen to all. Well, we try to mitigate that by using nuclear power stations. And nuclear power stations are increasing in number. There is a tremendous so-called prevention, so-called obstruction by public, because they are so desperate. I predict now, although I'm only around and podcasting, the renewable energy is the answer. The time to come. I have a quick theory. The Sahara Desert is a huge desert. Why don't you get the United Nations for Sahara Desert? And the United Nations. But over this mountain, it's tipped over the planet. At this time, at the beginning of the 21st century, you see man relentlessly pursuing the single dominant goal. that is prosperity, and prosperity is sometimes very cost. There has never been in human history that singular objective has been money. This has been possible to find this justification ultimately in short, in the process we have managed to destroy the essential equilibrium of profit. Thus, I'm very sorry to say, I'll end my talk with a very sad epitaph. Technology only is an apology to God. You believe it or not, technology owes an apology to God. Can I be dramatic? I think it's very much at home. Those who believe in it can raise their hands. Oh, I'm defeated, so you want the technology to go up and up and up? You get more orders, more money. You buy environment solutions. Final word, finish there, is Mahatma Gandhi of our country. The earth, the land and the water are not in the inheritance of our forefathers, but of those who worship and over these and was handed over to us. That's a very sharp statement of Mahatma Gandhi. There was very nothing of the kind to do that. I think because, as my friend said again, this conference is slowly taken over, the younger people. That should be the motto. We have a responsibility to the century, ourselves, responsibility to mother earth. Anyway, if you take decisions, they are taken just down the corner, just to me. Baba said that a long time ago, just down the corner. Somebody would have said that in the newspaper, just down the corner. The corner seems to be huge. People are not going to believe it. So, you will say, why am I talking so much about climate change? I thought some of your time you may go to this very serious humanitarian problem of our nation and the. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Vikas, for your talk. And after your talk, immediately he was accepted by our Vice Chancellor. He started to reduce his essay. So, may I now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor to give the inaugural address and as well as to declare the conference formally.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Purulia of West Bengal, of India. Respected Chief Guest, Professor Vikas Sinha, Padma Bhushan of our country. Respected Professor Meera Venkatesh, thank you, madam. Respected Professor Christoph Drellman, thank you, sir, for coming to our campus. Invited speakers, contributors, delegates, participants, my colleagues, and my dear students. The heartiest welcome to all of you. All the members of Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University, including myself, are proud to host this prestigious 5th International Conference on Application of RadiotraCers and Energetic Beams in Sciences, Sciences-2023. About a year ago, when my colleagues from the Department of Physics submitted me the proposal to organize Sciences-2023 at Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University, I was very excited for the university to be the host of such a distinguished event. And immediately, as Professor Laidi already mentioned, immediately gave instructions to proceed on the matter. Here I have to acknowledge Professor Sushanto Laidi, a distinguished scientist in the field, and their colleague Dr. Chiranjeev Burman of the Department of Physics, who originally came up with the idea of this conference and took the most important steps for the organization and planning of Sciences-2023 from the very beginning. The Sciences series of conferences focused on radioactivity and its myriad applications are globally recognized for their high scientific quality. The faculty members and the young students of this university will definitely be enlightened by the lectures that will be delivered at this conference by the stalwarts of science from all over the world. Radioactivity is ubiquitous in nature through the evolution of the earth, and so the human body has developed to deal with the natural background radiation in day-to-day life. The nucleosynthesis processes in the early universe that created all the elements that we see today produced both stable and unstable nuclides. The latter, together with their radioactive daughters, constitute the sources of natural radioactivity in today's environment. The earth is a source of natural radioactivity as it contains various naturally occurring radionuclides like uranium, thorium, polonium, etc. in the crust as well as in the hydrosphere and the Earth's interior. Moreover, the cosmic rays from outer space that reach the earth interact with gas molecules in the atmosphere to create myriad high energy toxic particles, exotic particles. The human body itself contains nucleonucleides, including C14, carbon 14, and potassium 14, which are constituents of the body, and other radionuclides that enter the body through a number of pathways. Thus, we are all radioactive, whether we know it or not. Since the discoveries of X-ray by Roentgen and natural radioactivity by Mary and Pierre Curie and Henry Becquerel towards the close of 19th century, and artificial radioactivity by Irene Curie and Frederick Joliot in the early 20th century, thousands of radioactive isotopes of natural elements have been produced artificially in particle accelerators and nuclear reactors for human welfare. Ionizing radiations and radionuclides have been used in numerous beneficial applications like medicine, electricity generation, food preservation, electricity, industrial use, and scientific research. Overall, for the betterment of life. However, all these activities, as well as accidents, also produce hazardous and undesirable wastes that can pollute the environment. Research is also going on for minimization and mitigation of such damages. The RCEP series of conferences focuses on all these aspects of radiation science, as well as many other aspects that I have not been able to mention in these brief moments. Research and industrial pursuits going on in various fields of radiation, physics, and chemistry will be the center of discussion of Sciences-2023 over the next few days. RCEPs is a benchmark conference renowned worldwide for its standard and scientific spirit. Like the previous installments, this time also leaders in science from famed national and international organizations are attending the conference. This 6-day conference is for us at Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University is exceptional opportunity to connect with the world of modern research in the fields of radiation chemistry and radiation physics and their applications. Especially given the fact that this university is in a rather remote location, and an event like this would help us to update ourselves on what is happening in the world of scientific research. It is particularly because of this reason, among many, that I thank the invited speakers, contributors, and attendees who have come from all over India and around the world to Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University to connect with us and to enrich and inspire our young minds with your knowledge and experience. An important objective of this type of international conferences is the creation of relations and ties among researchers, teachers, and students from a variety of institutions and organizations from across the world. the outcome of such ties has to be something constructive and beneficial for everyone involved. A highly preferable outcome, in my humble opinion, is collaborative projects that would be to the advantage of one and all. As the Vice Chancellor of Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University, I would like to emphasize that we are open to collaborations with researchers from all institutions of both India and abroad. I would be happy if my students and faculty members get opportunities to be exposed to the cutting-edge research happening all over the world. And I also want researchers from home and abroad to come to my university and utilize the facilities that we have here. I also request all of you to remember that I am here to attend to you throughout the duration of the conference. While you are here, whatever problem you have or whatever issue may crop up, please do not hesitate to inform me about it. I will do all that is within my ability to make sure that your stay in Purulia is pleasant and enjoyable. I am certain that you will enjoy the vibrant academic discussions in the conference, the excellent weather, the cultural heritage of Purulia, and the hospitality of Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University. I welcome all of you again to Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. আচ্ছা, এটা বলে নি?
Thank you, Professor Paul, for your lecture. Now we have to release, I request you to release the extended abstract book of this conference. May I also request the editor of this book, Dr. Bhavanta Rashkar, to come to the class?
Thank you very much.
May I now request to release the souvenir? May I now request to release the souvenir of this conference? And also I request editor of the souvenir, Dr. Sidho-Kanho-Birsha, please come. Thank you, Honorable Vice Chancellor. Now it is almost at the end of the first session. I request the convener of the conference, Dr. Chiranjeev Burman, for your official vote of, to raise the official vote of thanks. Dr. Burman, please.
Thank you, sir. Respected Professor Vikas Sinha, my teacher, supervisor, and friend, philosopher guide, and ideal of my life, Professor Vikas Sinha, respected Professor Meera Venkatesh, respected Professor Sidho-Kanho-Birsha, Honorable Vice Chancellor of our university, respected Professor Sidho-Kanho-Birsha, participants and my dear students. A very good afternoon to all of you. It is an honor for me to present the vote of thanks on this illustrious occasion. First of all, I am indebted to our Honorable Chief Guest of Sciences-2023, INSA Senior Scientist, Professor Vikas. Sir, for your wonderful address on this conference. I am sure that our students will be encouraged to take up research in basic sciences because of your presence and your words here today. I express my heartfelt thanks to Professor Christoph Duellmann of Johannes Gutenberg University, mine, and GSI Helmholtz Center for Behavior and Research, Darmstadt, for explaining in detail what ASCEPS is and what this conference will be about. Thanks a lot to you, sir, for this illuminating address. On behalf of Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University, I convey my special gratitude to Dr. Meera Venkatesh, former Director, Division of Physical and Chemical Sciences, IAEA, for coming to this conference held at a remote location like Purulia. Thank you, ma'am. Our students rarely get such kind of opportunity to connect with the exciting world of scientific research going on in different parts of India and the world. Thanks a lot to you, ma'am, for providing us this enriching experience. On behalf of Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University and the ASCEPS conference organizers, I express my gratefulness to Dr. Najat Mukhtar, Deputy Director General of International Atomic Energy Agency, for associating the conference with IAEA and providing an international recognition to ASCEPS 2023 as well as to SKB. I express my heartfelt gratitude to the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University, Professor Sidho-Kanho-Birsha, for hosting this prestigious conference. So you supervised and guided us through every minute detail of the conference and were always available with your valuable comments and suggestions on whatever issues that came up throughout the organization of period of the evening. The name and the fame of our university will surely spread far and wide, both within the country and outside. Thanks to you allowing the university to be the host of this ASCEPS 2023 conference. I am highly grateful to you, sir. There are not enough words to thank the ASCEPS 2023 conference chair, Professor Sidho-Kanho Lahiri, without whom this conference would not have taken place. Professor Lahiri was the original planner of the conference. His advice, suggestions, recommendations have guided us at every step of organizing this event. I and the whole group involved in the arrangement, we have learned a lot from you, sir, about organizing a conference of such dimension. I must express my deepest gratitude to the Registrar of Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University, Dr. Nachiketa Bandyopadhyay, who was present every day at all moments in the run-up to the conference, and provided every assistance to all hours of the day. We would not be inaugurating the conference today without your helping and encouragement, sir. I am grateful to Dr. Shubal Chandra, our Controller of Examinations of Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University, for your extensive help and support to organize this conference. You were always disposed towards providing us your suggestions and advice whenever we are stuck with something. I express my recognition for the Department of Higher Education, Government of West Bengal, and Ministry of External Affairs, the Ministry of Home Affairs, and the Ministry of Assam, the Government of India, for their assistance to make this conference a success. I am highly thankful to the International Advisory Committee, the National Organizing Committee, and the Local Organizing Committee of RCEPS 2023 for their important recommendations, suggestions, advice, and comments on all sorts of topics encompassing the conference. I express my gratefulness to my colleague Dr. Sanjay Mondal, Assistant Professor of the Department of Physics, Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University, and the joint convener of this RCEPS 2023. Dr. Namanita Nashkur, Secretary of RCEPS 2023, and Dr. Sohaili Choudhury for the secretarial team of RCEPS 2023 for their exhaustive work on multiple and varied issues associated with the organization of the conference. I particularly express my gratitude to my own research scholars, Mr. Sciences-2023, Mr. Joydeep Mukherjee, and Mr. Sushant Sutradhar for their hard work, commitment, and enthusiasm from the first day when this conference was planned. They have worked day and night for more than a year so that this conference could take off. I express my gratefulness to my colleagues of the Department of Physics, Professor Ardendra Shekhar Patro, Dr. Vishwanath Mukherjee, Dr. Sushant Kumar Mondal, Dr. Rajiv Nath, and Professor Prabodh Kumar Puri for their assistance in organizing and planning the conference. I thank all of the staff members of the administrative and finance departments of Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University for their assistance and support in all financial, logistical, and organizational matters related to the conference. I have to make special mention to the Journal of Radioanalytical and Nuclear Chemistry for agreeing to publish a special issue on RCEPS 2023 with the contributed papers presented at the conference. In this regard, I am grateful to Professor George Brevet, Editor-in-Chief of JRNC, and Professor A. Chad, who is the person in charge of the proceedings of the RCEPS 2023. I must recognize the incredible work done by the volunteers, the students of the Department of Physics, Sidho-Kanho-Birsha University, to make this event come to fruition. This conference would not have been possible without their dedication and involvement. I thank all the performers of the cultural program that will be a special touch to this conference. I thank our sponsors, Novotech Instruments, Noki Technologies Private Limited, Carbo-Fisher Scientific, Time India, Advanced Tech Linear Systems, and Merific Chemicals. I recognize the contribution of everyone else who has worked towards making this conference start today. Last but not the least, I express my gratitude to all the invited speakers, contributors, and participants, without whom our conference would have no meaning at all. My heartfelt thanks to all of you.
So now we will go to downstairs for tea break and for the tree plantation. And again we will come here. We are about 15 minutes late, so let us go 10 minutes into 10. We will come back here for the keynote addresses. Sir, এখানে থাকে।
பாஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோம் ப்ரோக்ராம் முடிஞ்ச பிறகு ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுவோம்னு சொல்லுவாங்க.
Ne abbiamo tantissimi da analizzare, quindi dobbiamo fare una specie di griglia e decidere quali, cioè mettere dei numeri, perché
sì.
sennò non ce la faremo mai.
Sì, cos'è la sessione 6, poi
Ma
il
sono
poster,
tantissime.
poi anche ai giorni successivi.
Sì, perché ogni volta che c'è,
C'è
guarda,
contributo, tutto questo il poster,
poi c'è ancora questi,
questo,
poi ci sono ancora 1, 2, E poi per forza, poi 1, 2.